Welcome back. We're going to head to the mat. Dover-Eyota hosting a triangular, taking on PEM in the day's first match. Will start at 106 pounds. DE's Brody Kellen is ranked number 7 in the state. He took on PEM's Isaac Walsh. Kellen will get the win via pin there for the Eagles. Then at 126, DE's Landon Leonard's ranked number 8 in the state. He's only an 8th grader taking on PEM junior Garrett Olson. The upperclassman would score the upset win. At 132, DE's Gavin Gus is ranked number 6 in Class A. He ranked against the Dogs. Austin Michael Gus went to work in this one, getting the second period pin and the win. At 170, PEM's Joe Stuckey looked to make quick work of Dover-Eyota's Tyler Mix, and he did, getting both shoulder blades on the mat there for the pin. Up at 182, watch this move from Dover-Eyota's Gavin Dabblestein. Just an unreal trick to pull out of the hat in that position. That's why he's ranked number 9 in the state. Next, we head up to heavyweight. PEM's Logan Wingert is ranked number 2. He throws cinder blocks for fun. He'd have no problems with DE's Spencer Welsh getting the pin, but it's DE that pulls out the win, 46-42. In the day's second match, PEM took on the 12th-ranked Chatfield Gophers. We're going to start at 106 pounds. Chatfield's Carson Rowland taking on the Dogs' Isaac Walsh. Rowland would score the win with that reversal. He won 2-0, only points of the match. Up to 113, Chatfield's Lucas Carrier taking on Riley Boland. And Carrier would get the pin and the win for the Gophers. Coming up, there it is. Chatfield rolled early. Then at 120, Chatfield's Cale Bartels is ranked number 3 in Class A. You want to see why? That's why. That is a pin and the win. But in the end, it's the Bulldogs of PEM wrestling. It's an odd sport. They win that one 40-27. Elsewhere, Dover-Eyota, they have 5 ranked wrestlers, Pat. A lot of them are young. They win that one 45-23. They'll be good for a couple years.
We had a lot of wrestling tonight, and those are the only scores we got. NSIC hoops from Winona State. The Warriors playing host to Wayne State, 2 evenly matched women's teams by record. Good ball game, third quarter. Emma Fee with the 12-foot jumper. The Warriors with a 2-point lead, 37-35. Wayne State answered. Number 25, Brittany Bongartz with the nice touch on the baseline. Game locked at 37. Winona State working that paint. Ava Sergio during her best, using her strength to gain the advantage. Tough 2 points by the freshman. Then the Warriors flash the outside game. Taylor Klug is open on the baseline. She connects as Winona State improves to 10-3 overall. They're 6-3 in conference, 83-75. The Winona State men hosted Wayne in the night's second game. Wayne State had a gym rat, Nick Ferrarini, with the ball fake, steps inside the arc, knocks down the 2-pointer in a close first half. Warriors go to work. The ball swings through Nick Klug, and the Burlington, Wisconsin native hits the 3-ball. Then the ball gets into the hands of Kevion Taylor. And with his man up on him, Taylor's going to take the ball to the goal and wins that battle. And how about this bucket mark? Caleb Wagner sees a lane to the basket. He's going to take it with the pretty reverse. Winona State loses a tough one in 3 overtimes, 102-97.
Now to high school hoops, third-ranked Lake City looking to win their 7th game in a row, taking on Zumbrota-Mazeppa. First half, the Cougars had upset on their mind. Zach Hutton drives. He gets it to go. ZM up 2. But then the Tigers kick things into high gear. Watch this. Nathan Heisey turning defense into offense, taking it strong to the rack, plus the foul. Lake City up 5. Later, Lake City goes around the horn. To who? Senior sharpshooter Justin Wohlers. That 3 cash. Lake City up 6. Then it was time for Heisey to get creative. You think he's just a shooter?
Oh, man.
Nope. Brady Sherhammer lays it in. Still in the half. Check this out. Great pass. Reed Gassner to Heisey. That's another and one part of a historic night for him as he becomes Lake City's all-time leading scorer with a 25-point performance. He now leads the Tiger record book with 1,855 career points, passing Lance Meinke, who held the record since 1996. Randy Brewer, Pat, I don't know if you ever heard of that guy.
I saw him play.
He's third on the list with 1,599 career points. Elsewhere, Wilt Cheddar scores 40 as Stewartville beats Cannon Falls by 10. We have one more page here coming up. Lured with a double overtime victory over Byron, 60-59.
Boy, that AA tournament's going to be something else in the sections.
Yeah. What is it, Lake City, Caledonia?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Stewartville?
Yeah, everybody's got a little
that's a state tournament.
slice of pie into that section, I'll tell you what. And it's always the Lake City. I've watched Randy Brewer play. I've covered Lance Meinke and covered Mr. Heisey.
Reed Gassner, the Wohlers brothers, they got some players.
Boy. Hey, basketball records were set and broken this week in girls basketball. More on that later in the show.
Up next, we'll check in with the top team in the Southeast Conference, the Schaefer Academy Lions. Hoops highlights from Rochester, Goodhue, and Casson are just next.